everyone, this is Shulitesh and I will let you I'm super so cute. So now I am going to talk about a topic like yes, learning English so skills stated well. So we know that learning English an important and essential part nowadays. Okay, so if you learn English then we'll get lots of benefits. So you know that. Okay, so there are various ways of learning English. So now we'll talk about these ways. So first of all I talk about the listening. So listening is the best and for one of the best ways of learning English. So if you listen a lot, like if you each listen at least every day 1 hour, then we will be fluent speaker. Okay, so if you listen then we'll know the structure, we'll know the body language, we'll know the other things where how we'll learn English or how we'll speak and how we'll write English. So that's why if you just listen we'll just get all the benefits. Okay, so that's why we have to listen a lot, we have to listen every day. So we put listen every day then we'll learn. Okay, so yes, first of all we will not understand. Okay, so if we just have a model, like we can just make a model. Okay, so we can just follow the foreigners. So if we just follow them then we'll learn various things like yeah, if we just follow them, yeah, obviously we will learn many things like if we follow them. And obviously if we just listen every day they are speaking, then we'll learn many things from their speaking, we'll learn the body things from their speaking. Okay, also we'll learn that is just a method of speaking. Okay, so we will can also be a fluent speaker if we just follow him. So that's why we have to listen a lot, we have to listen every day. So we can listen anything, we can listen also audiobook, we can listen also the broadcast or the other things. We can just listen anything in English. So when we listen anything in English we'll learn. So that's where listening is the most powerful method of learning English. So you have to just listen every day at least 10 minutes. So if we just make a habit to listen every day then we'll learn many things. So that's why we have to listen. Okay, so the next one of the most ways that is reading. So when we're reading then we'll know the new vocabularies, we will get like board sentence textures. Okay, we'll know the annotated sentences, we'll know the others like sentences. Okay, so that we never like we didn't hear or see. And so if we just read more then we'll get information. So you know that information is most important part of just discuss anything. So when we will just going to just discuss anything in that time, if we don't have any knowledge about this topic then we will not continue our speaking. Okay, so we will not continue our discussion. So if we have any knowledge then we will do this. Okay, that's why we just have to just collect the information. So where we'll connect the information. So we have the books. So if we just read various types of books. So not a book, we can just like read anything in English. So when I read anything in English, we'll understand how we'll make a sentence, how we will read, how we'll write, how we'll speak. Okay, so we'll get lots of things like from these or like reading skills. Okay, so that's why we have to read a lot. So if you don't understand any sentences, don't worry about this. Okay, so if we don't understand the don't ever this, we just have to read, and just have to just read loudly. And if we just make every story every day then we'll understand many things. So it will be helpful for us to like speaking or also writing. So we'll understand the sentence pattern, also we'll understand the new vocabularies. So if you get any new vocabularies then we have to just know the meaning, English meaning of these vocabularies. So if we just know these vocabularies then we will have lots of vocabularies. So if you have lots of vocabularies then we can easily make a topic and make a discussion, good discussion. Because if we haven't enough vocabulary then we'll talk any hard topic, in that time we will be stripped and we will not get the vocabularies, the meaning, and the time we will be like we will not continue our speaking. Okay, we will not continue our writing. So that's why vocabulary is the most powerful part of learning English. Obviously we just have to learn vocabulary. Obviously we just have to learn vocabulary every day. So if you just learn vocabulary then it will be helpful for us. Okay, so the and third foremost way is that to speaking every day. So if you speak every day then it will be helpful for us to learn English. So if you have a good team to be a fluent speaker then we have to speak every day. So it's the third method, and if we just speak every day we will be fluent speaker. It's we just first of all we'll make mistakes. So after some days later gradually we will see that our progress, will see that our development. That's why we have to just speak every day. If we make mistakes then we shouldn't just stop our practicing. We'll stop our practicing then we'll not find, will not correct. So that's why we just have to practice, we just have to continue our speaking without mistakes. So well, if you just first of all don't get the vocabulary, if you don't get the like sentences, sentence texture, if our brain doesn't like doesn't work, this not matter. Okay, it's not matter because yeah, first of all, we will not get the vocabularies, will not get sentences, will not get enough information. So yeah, you know that information is the most powerful part of learning English. So if we have an information, they will not talk. Okay, that's why if you just want to just going to the talk with any topic, that we this time we have to just like know the information about this topic. So if we have a lot of information about this topic, then we can easily just make sentences, and we can easily just make a for like lengthy discussion. Otherwise we'll just stop after 1 minute or 2 minutes later. So if we just want to like make our discussion better, or make our discussion good and lengthy, then we have to just collect the information first of all. If we have information, then we will just make our conversation lengthy. Okay, so we have to read books. We have to read books. Not only we have to read books, but also we can just read anything. So if we read anything, if we gather knowledge every day, then we can just easily make our conversation lengthy. Otherwise we will not get information, and we will be stopped when we will speak, when we will write. So first of all, we just have to make gather the information. So when we will just going to talk about any topic. Okay, so it will be helpful for us if we just do this. Okay, if we just do this, if we just collect information from various sites, if we just collect information from others, then we can just make a good discussion, make a lengthy discussion. Okay, so in the time when we'll speak, we will not stop, we will not just stop, and we will not just okay, so we will not be stopped when we talk. Skills are learning English, so we just have to write every day if we want to be a good writer. So it will be helpful for us on our academic or like education. So if you are a learner or if English and you just developed your writing skill, then we should just do this. We have to just read books every day, and also you have to write every day. So if we just read and write continuously to do this, they do both. We have to just do both of these. Then we will be a fluent writer, also a speaker, also a reader. So if we just do these four skills every day, then we'll be a fluent English learner, and we'll be a fluent speaker, writer also. So so we just have to do this. I always have to try our best, because we if we just try our best, then we can just achieve this. Okay, so English is not a good like a hard skill at all, hard subject at all, and if we just try, then we can just overcome our problems, and we can just make a good is we can just make a good result in English. Okay, so we can also be a great speaker. Okay, also be a great or writer if we just try. Okay, that we have to just try, and we have to just every day to practice. Okay, without practice, we just cannot expect that we'll be a fluent speaker and we'll be a fluent writer. Okay, so we just have to try a lot. We just have to try every day. We just have to try every day. So gradually we'll be fluent. Gradually we'll be fluent speaker, writer. Okay, so nobody will not just make us a police speaker. Also, they will not give us like this thing, and also just give us like guideline. But nobody will make us police speaker or writer. We just have to try every day. We have to try. Okay, if we try every day, if we work the hard work every day, then we will be police speaker, police writer. So, like if you just follow these four skills like listening, like speaking, or reading, or writing, these four skills will make us fluent in English. Okay, so that's why you just have to do these four skills every day. If you do these four skills every day, then we will not be stressed. When you talk with any topic, when you talk with any topic, or also when you write on any topic. Okay, that's why we can just read books also, as well as we have to write, as well as we have to speak. Okay, so listening, I just talk about the listening. Okay, so listening is the most powerful tool of learning English when you're there. So we just have to read, or we just have to listen, we just have to write and speak every day. We have to just do these four skills. We just have to practice these four skills. So when you practice these four skills every day, then after some days later we will see it, we will just get our fluency. Our fluency level will be increased if we do this already. Well, so also if we first of all, if we make mistakes, then we shouldn't just fear about our mistakes, because yes, we'll make mistakes first of all, and if we just learn from these mistakes, and if we just want to develop ourselves, then we have to just try. We shouldn't just stop. If we just make mistakes, we shouldn't try we shouldn't just stop ourselves. So we have to just try a lot. We have to try again and again. So if we try and again, then we'll be succeeded. Okay, so first of all, we will be failure. So if we just fear about our failure, and if we just think that we have to stop our practicing, then we'll not just overcome this problem. So we'll not just okay. So yeah, that's why we have to try a lot. We have to just make a best it's good person. Like we have to just work hard. If we just want to be a good and fluent speaker, like and a good writer, then we have to try a lot. Nobody will make us a fluent